No, I don't think. I don't think either team really deserved to lose that the way both teams pitched, and neither starter deserved to get the loss. And our guy was lined up to get the win. But what a finish! We didn't do a lot. We did enough, and just enough to pull that one out.
All your pitching was terrific, but the job Davinsky did was.
Oh, it's a lifesaver, game saver. I mean, it's a and he's done that. To come in the ninth. It's not a role that he's used to with the game right on the line right away. We've seen him roll off some relief innings in a row to keep us in games, and but no margin for error. Rifling through there is what he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 Ks in a row. What a gutsy performance, and certainly one of the highlights of the night.
How strange was it to see Feldman today and get the win off of him?
Yeah, I mean it's somewhat uncomfortable. A few hours ago he's in our clubhouse and a big part of our chemistry and our culture, and then we walk him off. I mean, obviously as competitors, as soon as you change uniforms, you change your affection for that guy. But I legitimately obviously have some weird feelings about seeing him on the other side. We care a lot about him. We want to beat him, and we did. But that's one of the weirdest things I've been a part of in Major League Baseball.
That's 3 blown saves and 5 chances for every season. Do you consider going a different direction at this stage?
Yeah, we'll look at our options. I know it's been, it was a rough July for Will after some sensational months, and now it's obviously highlighted at the end of the game, and he struggled a little bit. And it's been 1 or 2 big pitches or a big walk in Detroit, or today with falling behind Martin and ends up with a home run to tie it. So, we'll look at our options. It's never good to discuss it, after a 14-inning draining game, but we've had some hiccups there at the end. We'll talk about it for sure.
By the same token, can you talk about how good of a job Ken Giles has done over the past?
Yeah, as much as we glorify the closer role, and I understand the status that comes with the distinction, the guy that went through Travis, Batista, Encarnacion, and Saunders in the 8th inning was Ken Giles. And so we have to be very careful with how we use our players and where we use our players. And we have a number of guys, Davinsky went through them too, that can get through them. But to say the game would have been different had we had Giles closing today is a little unfair to the game of baseball. Sometimes the game doesn't allow you to choose where the order you are when the guy's turn to pitch is. So for him to get through that inning, strike out the side after a single in the walk, going through the meat of their order was pretty impressive. And he's put together a string of impressive outings that we've known to know as Ken Giles' norm.
Is there something to be said about being the guy who comes up in that spot like Carlos has done numerous times and being able to convert seemingly every time?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't jinx him. It's not every time in this game, but there's a calmness to him and a preparedness to him, and obviously he's not going to come through every single time. The other side's paid to do pretty well too, but his demeanor, his approach, his swing decisions at the right pitches. I love the way he goes to the opposite field. It's where a lot of these walk-off hits have come. He's not trying to yank into the Crawford box. He's not trying to play hero and be impressive with a pull-off swing. He's taking whatever they give him and doing it well. So certainly in the middle of our order, every time it rolls around and we get Springer and Altuve and Correa, those are certainly the big 3 that have been there for us the whole year. I'm pretty happy when I know those guys are coming up.
With your roster and the situation that it's in with the injuries and everything, as you go into the 12th, 13th, 14th,
right?
What are you thinking with that? I mean, just...
Yeah, well, I knew we could outlast them because, we had Musgrove down there. Very rarely do you have a 90 to 100 pitch reliever. That would have been an interesting way to make his debut. But Phillies length, Davinsky length. We've talked all season about the length of games that we can afford to have. We obviously wanted to close it out earlier, but tonight Gregerson was unavailable, and he'll be unavailable for a bit. And so we knew that the game was long because we had these guys and we had a number of pitches. That doesn't mean you're going to get zeros, but our guys stepped up and limited damage, and there weren't very many hits after Martin's homer.
But in terms of your bench players, you didn't really have.
No, we had one move. I mean, Marisnik for defense once we took the 1-0 lead, and then he ended up, got on base and got to third base, almost scored the winning run. Marwin we were staying away from, Gomez we were staying away from. We hope to have those guys back tomorrow. Given the length of the game, I would love to give a couple of these guys at least a start off, but we're piecing it together the best we can.